Welcome guys, my name is Albert and in today's video we are going to be reacting to a video from a podcast from a group called Fresh and Fit, right? They are YouTubers out in Miami, and Kevin Samuels called in when they had a group of OnlyFans models, okay? So this video is going to be very important for us men. There are a lot of nuggets that we can get from this video, right? That is why I'm reacting to it. Okay, it's very, very important. So you want to stay tuned through the video so we can carefully dissect and understand women a little bit better and understand how to interact with them a lot better. Okay, do's and don'ts basically. Okay, so if you have not already, guys, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos, because on this channel I teach you guys how to become better men and how to improve your interactions with women. Okay, so guys, hit this video with a like. Any comments that you guys have, leave it for me in the comment sections below. Okay, let's dive right into this video. Should be a good one.
Show, man.
Now let's play Big Bank, take Little Bank.
Oh, man. We got Kevin fucking Samuels in the house.
Hi guys, how are we doing?
What's up, Kevin?
One thing that I heard from the ladies that I often heard was...
So basically, before, I didn't mean to pause it so early. So Kevin, the girls in the video, they are OnlyFans models, right? So not the one in the middle, but the ones with white colored shirts, they're OnlyFans model, right? And basically Kevin Samuels is going to basically break down their profession for them and give them a little advice.
I spent a lot of time in corporate strip clubs with high-end escorts, porn stars. The new girls to the industry all thought they discovered fire because they were hot. What Hafiz was trying to tell you ladies is the money you're making is seasonal. There will be a new it chick every season. And what ends up happening is if you don't take the money you have while you're hot, and if you're not flexible enough to listen to people who know better, you'll just have a lot of money that you blow.
So basically, before he called in, the girls were saying that, you know, because they're young, they're like 23, 24, and they're OnlyFans model. And something that they were saying was that in their earlier experiences of just being on the platform for less than a year or even a little bit over than a year, they were making a lot of money, like fast money. The money was coming in quick, right? And the girls are under the impression that they are going to make this money for the rest of their life. One of the girls thinks that she's going to make all this money even into her 70s, right? But something that Kevin Samuels was trying to let her know was, look, you are making money because there are simps in this world that are paying you because you look good. Once that look fades, the money is going to dry up, right? So the whole point of him is like, he wants to let them know, yo, take advantage of your looks right now, but make sure you have an exit strategy. And they were not having it.
Now, I don't know why so many women think OnlyFans is this open fount of money. It's money. OnlyFans is at scale now. And we have no history on women going a decade of making money, same store sales year over year on this platform. So everything that I heard from you ladies is the most optimistic projections if nothing changes.
But it's open, so it's not possible for it to be for 10 years because it hasn't even been a decade since the website has just came.
That's what I just said.
Sex work has been around since forever.
Yeah, but that's okay. So like I was saying, I traffic in places where high-end dancers, escorts, sex work. Ladies, how do you honestly think you're going to make increasing money over the next 10 years?
I've increased my money exponentially every single month since I started OnlyFans.
That's a month,
and that's every month. But I said over the next 10 years. You've been in this business for right about a year, right?
Is 10 years old yet?
That's not the question.
Well, any business. If
See,
it lasts
and here's the thing, and this is what I mean by the hard-headedness piece of it. In order to be able to take the money you've made and apply the so-called knowledge you have, you need to be able to work and leverage it with people who know more than you, instead of looking Hafiz in the face like he doesn't know what he's talking about when he runs a almost $1 million business. The guys on the podcast who are on the verge of running $1 million business, and another person who knows how to do it is run most of them. You're asking me questions to prove to you like I don't know what I'm talking about.
You see, there's something that if you're not really educated on females and how women operate, right? Now, I'm not saying all women are like this, but you are going to meet women that are just delusional. Like, they are delusional. And something that I see is that a lot of guys try to argue logically with these kind of women, right? You can't argue logic with a woman that doesn't base her existence on reality, right? Once you meet a woman that you know that, okay, look, this woman, her ideas are just like fantasy land. You can then try to use logic to convince her otherwise. It's not possible. Okay? I see a lot of guys do this. Right? And here's the thing. Kevin Samuels is like talking to them because this is like a YouTube show, is a YouTube channel, and they have to run a show, right? So they're letting it play out live. But in your life, if you are talking or dealing with a bunch of women or you're talking to a girl yourself and you notice that she's just delusional, guys, you cannot continue. Either you cannot continue to deal with that person, or you just have to realize, look, you cannot talk to this person using logic. You cannot argue the facts using logic, because you have to understand one thing. Most women talk in I feel statements, while most men talk in I think, I know. We like to base our arguments on logic for the most part. Women like to base their arguments on feelings, right? So when you meet a woman that is delusional, it is near impossible to convince her that her ideas are idiotic, right? So that's why in this clip right now, he's trying to explain to them, look, you are making money now. That's great. But you are supposed to use that money, save it up, not spend everything, and actually invest in other things so you can branch out of OnlyFans, which is if you're a logical person, makes logical sense. But the women are delusional. They think this money is going to last forever, which is not, because your beauty won't last forever. It is impossible. No one is going to be young forever. It's just nature. But again, I feel since I'm making this money month to month, it is going to go on forever. Let's continue.
I don't think you know what you're talking about regarding OnlyFans. That's for sure. Because
But I do know what I'm talking about as far as business and making money.
in regards to making money, money comes in waves, and we all have to understand that. And if we all invest successfully, we could.
Where are you investing? Where are you investing?
So people are.
Where are you investing?
Average.
Where are you investing?
That's none of your business.
It's a secret.
Well,
see, I accept what you just said, but you said money comes in waves. Granted, we have to invest. It's taken. Where are some of the places you're investing?
Yeah,
see, this is what this OnlyFans economy has done. It's let women with really low functioning knowledge, no high value or high ticket skills.
That's not low functioning knowledge.
Well, let's talk. Okay. Every time I've asked you any question about business, and you've asked me a question instead of answering it. And I said, and if it's not you, eat the meat, spit out the bones. But what OnlyFans has done is it's created a bubble economy. Women are rushing to OnlyFans thinking that it's the new .com, the new real estate, and they're realizing that there is no sustainable way to project this out for over 5 years. Now, maybe you don't know that knowledge, but I do. Because anyway. So
You come to the club, like we're not.
You can't even get in.
But you understand that what he's not trying to hate, and so
No,
this is.
but listen, I'm investing my OnlyFans money into body contouring. He's asking my friend, what is she investing in?
Yeah.
He was trying to make her feel bad about that. I'm doing it into body.
I asked her what she was investing in. I don't know whether it's good or bad.
Again, the delusion. What are you investing? You see, when you're talking to a woman that's delusional, she's not basing her facts in reality. Kevin Samuels asked her, what are you investing in? As in assets that will appreciate in value, right? Assets that if you put your money into will reap exponential benefits for you down the road. And her first answer was, yes, I am investing in body contouring. Girl, your body is a diminishing asset. It is. Is it even an asset or even a liability? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to keep putting money into your body to sustain it, right? Because we are all like, not to be morbid, but we are all slowly dying, right? So your body is decaying over time, right? You're getting older over time, men and women, right? But we live in a society where I honestly blame largely simp men, right? That have given certain women the avenues to actually become this delusional. That we have normalized the fact that you can sell your body online and make money. That we have actually normalized that, right? And the young women that are coming up, this is the crop that is coming up. I'm telling you, in the future, there's going to be at least 1 out of 5 women that are sex workers. It's going to be crazy. I know it's ridiculous to say, but it's going to be that blatant, right? And here's my thing. If a woman is going to be a sex worker, it is what it is, right? But what he's trying to say again is, look, make your money, boo-boo, but remember that you have a clock ticking, and at the end of that, once your time is up, you have to make sure that you are set up right. Because even though she believes that even trust me, at 40, unless you're lucky and you win the genetic, that your genes are just on point, at 40, man, a lot of women do not look as good as they look in their 20s. That is just, it is what it is. But again, you know what you just, again, this is something that I always say on my channel. Never argue with women. Never argue with women, especially delusional ones.
I didn't want to pay my bills, so why would I tell you about my business unless you're
I
think guys are just mad. It's easier for us to make
very happy for me for my
ladies,
success.
Ladies, calm down. Here's the reality. The point of the matter is that what we're trying to communicate is that a lot of fields that give people quick money, whether it's entertainment, whether it's sports, whether it's acting, there's so many fields that will give you quick money today. And when you get that money, you think you've made it. Look at all the Atlanta rappers. Look at all the basketball players. You think that you made it because you're getting money today. But a lot of these fields in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're not making the same amount of money. It's not just you women on OnlyFans, it's also men as well. But the reality of the matter is that if you are not wise with your money, if you are not long-sighted with your money, if you don't have actual investments, like understanding cryptocurrency, like understanding mutual funds, like understand.
You see, they're not downplaying the fact that they're on OnlyFans. We're not even going to that part, right? They're not saying OnlyFans is bad. It is, but they're not even saying that. What they're trying to convey to these women are, look, use your money wisely, invest wisely. But look, I will tell you this, right? There is a saying that goes, an advice given to someone that doesn't want it is an advice that goes unheeded, right? So when you're in situations where you feel like, oh, you want to give advice to a woman that, maybe you're dealing with or something, unless she asks you for advice, never give it to her, right? Because she is not going to take it. I'm just going to let you guys know that right off the bat. It has happened to me in the past where I thought, you know what? I saw that she was going down the wrong path, and I was like, man, you know what? If I tell her to do this, it's going to help her a lot in the long run. And I give her the advice, and she doesn't even pay attention to it. And then something happens, and I go, look, if you had listened, right? But the point is, if she doesn't ask for your advice, do not give it. Even though you feel like that advice might help her, do not give it unless she asks for it. Okay?
Stocks when you're not educating yourself on those matters, what ends up happening is you end up losing your money. And the reality of the matter is, for a lot of women who are into sex work, you guys are short-sighted individuals. So if you're a short-sighted person, more than likely you're not spending your money. You're buying bags, you're buying nice
Who
apartments.
said OnlyFans is just sex work though?
I didn't say.
Who said I'm buying bags? Like, who said I don't own
Let me finish.
stocks?
Let me finish.
Well, hold on. See, you can't do that. I asked you what you're buying and what you're investing in, and you didn't want to say it. So when Hafiz makes an assumption, then you want to question that. See, here's what we have going on. This is what I said about being hard-headed.
I think you guys need to be more open-minded.
Let him finish.
Yes.
Let him finish.
You
guys,
guys need to spread a positive message, because at the end of the day, I'm leaving it with a negative message from this podcast, because you guys
Can somebody grab some control, because you don't know what I need to do.
Real quick.
You
We're
guys
just
will
expressing
judge,
opinions
and
here.
it's been 9 minutes,
Ladies.
so-
We're just gonna express the opinions. Me and Fresh are not, and we're gonna let you and Hafiz and Kevin talk about this, and then you guys can give your points. Everyone's gonna get a forum to speak.
But
Don't worry.
as a man that you don't even know her, you have no place to tell her how and where to invest her money, how to make her
I
money.
didn't tell her where anything. I just asked what she was doing.
Just ask
You don't even know.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, guys. This is what I mean. This is what this economy breeds. It takes a lot of. This is what this economy breeds, guys.
Speak, ladies. Let them speak, and then you guys will get your shot too.
So Hafez has been. He's tried to be as measured as possible. I came in and tried to be as measured.
And that's also something else that you guys have to also, that I always tell you guys. Make sure that the women that you are dealing with are feminine, submissive, and cooperative, and not argumentative, right? This is the exact reason. They are trying to help these young ladies out by telling them, they're not even telling them that they should stop doing OnlyFans. What they are telling them is, you should think about transitioning out, but make sure, like, not even transitioning out. If you are going to be doing OnlyFans, think about the future, because this isn't going to last. Think about investing your money into something else that would actually last and actually create a better lifestyle for you. Because this OnlyFans money, nobody knows how long it is going to last. It had a boom during the lockdown. The lockdown is not going to last forever, right? Things are going to start opening up. And once things open up, you don't know how the market will react. No one knows. And the thing is this, that's why I tell you guys, if you're dealing with a woman who's argumentative, who is not submissive, who is not feminine, who is not cooperative, this is the kind of headache that you're going to deal with. Imagine going out with someone like this and dealing with someone like this for a period of time. It is not freaking fun. You don't want to be dealing with women like this. You just don't, right? That's why every time I tell you guys, look, there are certain women you just don't want to deal with, right? Because they don't live in reality. Women like strippers, OnlyFans model, girls that work in the sex industry, you don't want to be dating these girls, right? Maybe like a hit it and quit it one-nighter or something like that, maybe, right? But you don't want to deal with these women on the long term, because they are not based in reality. They are too far gone. They don't believe that things take time to make money. They don't just believe, right? You don't want to, because they're not rational. They're not thinking this on the same wavelength as normal people do. Something is messed up in their head, right? I'm not saying that to bash them or anything, but that is just the way they are. They are broken individuals, right? And you don't want them to carry that broken baggage and and you have to deal with that. Okay? So like I said, this video has a lot of lessons that we can learn from as men. Okay? Remember, guys, you don't want to argue with women. Once a woman is argumentative and combative, you need to cut her off. You just need to cut her off because she's no good to you.
As possible. And what are we getting? We're getting attacked. We're getting anger. We're getting, you don't know nothing. You don't know what I do know. What I do know. What I do know. What I do. What I do know. What I do know is of all the business people on this platform, the people who are going to have long-term success are not you.
Okay, so I'll see. You're saying it's not me. We'll see. We'll see if I'm going to be successful.
And my point that I was simply trying to bring up, if you feel offended, that's how you feel. But you
I'm not offended.
No. You had a chance. You had a chance. New York. You had a chance to talk. The reality of the matter is there is a way, whether you're upset or not, that you talk to people. I have not been trying to be disrespectful to you. I have not raised my tone. I have attempted to allow you to communicate and not talked over you. So what's not going to happen is that as adults, that you're going to treat me in one way and I'm going to treat you a different way. The same way that you want me to be respectful, to listen to you and to try to have a conversation with you, I ask that you do the same. If we cannot follow those rules, then you can exit the conversation because we are simply trying to have a conversation here. If you felt like somebody...
Now, I had to stop it there because he's making a very good point and he's doing something that's very good, right? He's telling them, because he's seeing how combative they are, he's seeing how disrespectful they are, and he's, as a man, laying down the law, right? You have to lay down the law. He's telling them, look, you guys are being kids, you guys are being idiotic, you guys are not being cooperative. This is not how a woman is supposed to act, right? And he's letting them know that. And it's very important. Sometimes you have to let people play a little bit, but then when they cross the boundary, you have to let them know. You have to let them know. And if they're not willing to stop doing or misbehaving in the wrong way, then you got to cut them off, right? But you always let them know, hey, look, this thing that you're doing, this is not the way that we do things. If you want to interact with me, this is how I interact with people, and this is how people interact with me. I will show you respect as long as you show me respect, right? So if you feel like you cannot respect me just the way I respect you, then I don't think we should continue. And then you let that other person make the decision and let them cut themselves off. At least now they know where you stand as a man. I like that. I'm glad he did that so I could highlight it for you guys.
New York, you have to let people talk. You see, this is the problem. Now we're getting into the problem of modern society.
But notice how, as he's talking, they are laughing, and the blonde one is kind of laughing and just kind of. At this moment, right? Let's say this wasn't a YouTube thing. Let's say this is someone that you're dealing with, and you're talking to her, and she's acting like this. At that moment, it's done. You don't have any more conversation. You silence and you just walk, right? You just walk. If they are at your house, you tell them to please exit your apartment or your house, right? If you're on a date with them, you wish them well, say have a good night, and just leave. It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter if they say, please, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. It's done, right? Because now they are doing something that a woman who is being disrespectful does. She's not paying attention. She's basically saying that what you are saying is not important. She is showing disrespect. And as a man, your woman has to respect you. She has to respect you. If she doesn't respect you, then you got to cut her off. Because right now, you see, as much as their advice is coming from a good place, these women are not mature enough to take that advice, right? These women are not mature enough to take that advice. Instead of saying, you know what, you guys are right, right? But right now, this is what I can do. What would be your advice for a girl that wants to transition out of this down the road? What should I do? That is the best way that you can come at this. But they are, like I said, they're being very dominant. They're being very domineering, basically. They are not being cooperative. They're being argumentative, very disrespectful, and being, most importantly, idiotic.
Because the whole reason I even got here is because there was certain attitudes I was seeing that you guys were inhibiting. Because remember, the initial question was, what are characteristics about yourself that could be a turnoff to a guy? And some of those things in regards to the attitude, because you started off by saying, well, I'm independent, right? But it's not your independence, it's your attitude. And the reality of the matter is the kind of guys that you want have a choice. They're not going to choose this kind of attitude. So when you're attractive, when you have a nice body, when you pay for money, pay for things and all that stuff, you can get attention. But the reality is, with that kind of attitude, you will not get retention. And so all day long, the fundamental reality is when you're 20 and you have your looks, yeah, use your looks to leverage whatever you can get. But that eventually runs out. That eventually runs out. And at the end of...
Like I said, they never told them. They say, yo, use your looks. You guys are already in it. Use it to your advantage and then invest in something long term. But they were not listening.
The day, what's going to happen is you're going to be at a point in your life where all you're going to have is who you are as a person. And if you have not spent time, energy, effort, and resources into investing into yourself to becoming a better person, what you're going to be is by yourself. And so, and my hope for these conversations is that we as men and women can talk to one another and build one another up. But to sit down here to tear each other down and to come with this negative attitude and this condescending demeanor, that's not the productive way we need to move forward.
And we can have a conversation about it. Go ahead. You had something, and then we'll turn it to Kevin, and we'll let you speak as well, Demerit.
So there's still 4 minutes left of the clip, but this video is getting way too long. Here's the thing, right? Very, very good video. Something that we can learn from this, guys, like I said from the beginning. When you are dealing with a woman, you want to deal with a submissive, feminine, non-argumentative, and cooperative and respectful woman, right? Again, do not give advice to women that don't ask you for it, because they are not going to appreciate it, right? Unless she asks you for your advice, then you give it to her. Until then, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you see her going down the wrong path, because she's not going to heed your advice, right? She thinks she can do good all by herself, and that's fine. Until she comes to you to ask for advice, she won't appreciate it. Okay? Guys, that is the video for today. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Any comments that you guys have, leave it in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys. Hit this video with a like. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.